Hey, everybody out there in TV land, streaming live the Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight. Uh, the Hobbs Lady Eagles have not started yet. Game was slated for 6:30, but the JV game is still going on and has not completed. So the varsity has not even attempted warm-ups yet or anything. So we'll be back and on the air as soon as the varsity goes live here on YouTube.com. Hey everybody, Brian Coltrane here, and that is the conclusion of the JV game. So the varsity teams are coming out to warm up. It's 19 minutes and 26 seconds to game time. So stick with us. We'll be back as the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Arteisa Lady Dogs are going to get it on. Welcome one, welcome all to the Tasker Arena, where your Hobbs Lady Eagles, 4-6 on the season, will take on the Arteisa Bulldogs, 6-1 coming in. Arteisa is a very tough team and played some similar opponents with similar results. Artesia hasn't played the same schedule that Hobbs has. Hobbs went and played in a tournament over in Cruces that had some very tough talent, a lot of El Paso schools, and really come on as late. But the Lady Eagles have suffered a couple of injuries and have a couple of key players that won't be taking the court tonight. Kendall Cunningham and Wisdom Anthony both are not suited out for the Lady Eagles. So you can get to see a couple new faces, and the Lady Eagles will have to adjust to not having them on the court. Artesia, very, very tough squad, rich in tradition, and really been stronger over the last few years in volleyball. Really coming on, and with that 6-1 record, it's a very tough team. But both teams on the court being announced as we speak. Lady Eagles will be wearing their home black jerseys with the white trim, white numerals. And, of course, the black and white shoes and knee pads. The libero will be wearing the white on the opposite of the solid black numeral. So it's going to be a great night for volleyball here. It's going to be exciting, and we get to see a lot of action here. And Lady Eagles get a test. I mean, this is a test at home, but it's a great game to have before we actually start district play. The team being announced is throwing balls into the stands, getting a lot of attention here, and it's going to be very exciting for them. The libero, Jalen Strickland, is going to be one of the keys tonight. Artesia's got some big hitters, so having a defensive specialist on the back line that goes down and grabs those digs is going to be very helpful for the Lady Eagles. So both teams have been introduced. The two referees for tonight's game are getting set up, and both teams are still awaiting the referee's instructions so we can get under play. Both teams have been instructed to go ahead and greet each other, and they do. Looks like Artesia is going to be wearing black as well. So going to be a little bit harder to tell who's who on the court. But on the right side of the camera angle will be your Lady Eagles, and Artesia will be on the left. They do have orange inlay on the white numerals and a little bit of orange lining on the jerseys as well. So it's going to be a little confusing tonight with both teams wearing black, but I'll try to keep you straight as we go forward. Lady Eagles on the court, awaiting play. Jayla David, Sarahi Gutierrez, Hannah Sauter, Brasilia Segovia out on the court. Strickland's coming on for Segovia as the libero. Madeline Lentz is on the back line, and it looks like Zayla Mitchell's out there getting a start. Zayla Mitchell, a true freshman, listed at 4'6". She's out there for defensive purposes on that back line. Artesia set to serve to start this one, and the ball in the hands of Charity Argo. She's a 5'4" setter and outside hitter. Argo stands on the back line and is ready to get us underway. Referee's permission is granted, and here we go. Argo steps up, jump serves it to the back line, handed by Lentz. Lentz to Gutierrez. Gutierrez back line to David. David hammers it down. Right off the bat, the Lady Eagles up 1-0. Again, with both teams wearing black, the Lady Eagles will be on the right side, and Artesia will be on the left side. Sauter to do the serving duties here for the Lady Eagles to get us started. 1-0 Lady Eagles. Sauter's ball is over. Handled by Artesia. Here comes the set. Put on the backside, hammered down. Strickland goes down for it, can't handle it. And that was spiked by Elena Harvey. Harvey, a senior outside hitter for Artesia. 1-1 your score here early on, first game action. The libero's up. This is number 9, Coda Beltran, handled by the Lady Eagles. Here's Strickland. Strickland hammers one over from the back line, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Eagles. Gutierrez set to serve. Sarahi Gutierrez holds that hand away, looks the ball in, and fires it over. Arteisa handles. It goes into the hands of Beltran. She sets it up. Spiked over. Dug out. Here comes the Lady Eagles. Jayla David from the near side line hits the line, and that's a point for the Lady Eagles on the spike. Jayla David, the biggest person on the Hobbs side, 6 foot. Gutierrez to continue serving up 3-1. Gutierrez fires over with the right hand. This one drops in. Pushed over by Beltran, dug out. And number 13, that is Esparza. She throws one over. It's going to be handled by Arteisa. Strickland digs. Here's Gutierrez, comes to David. David hammers it and spikes hard. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles on the hammer. Four to 1 here early. Lady Eagles lead. Gutierrez still serving as the Hobbs got a little rally going here. Serves over, deep half. Arteisa digs out, struggles. Beltran goes over to Harrison. Harrison has it blocked at the net. The Lady Eagles with another point. And that was Vanessa Esparza blocking it at the net there for the Lady Eagles. Gutierrez continues to serve. Fires it with the right hand, back half. Beltran sets it up. Blocked at the net, and this one's going to fall out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds. Lady Eagles get another point. Arteisa wants to talk this thing over. It's 6-1, Lady Eagles early. We'll be back in just a moment on the Lady Eagles Volleyball Network on YouTube.com. Welcome back. Gutierrez continuing to serve up 6-1 here in the first game. Lady Eagles jumped out to a very quick lead here. Very dominant first game. Serves over, dug out by Arteisa. Pushed down by Esparza at the net. Another kill. And it's 7-1 Lady Eagles, and the fans are oohing and on. Gutierrez once again spins the ball up with the left hand, fires it over with the right. Into the back half. Arteisa on the run. Spins it up. Hammered off the back line. Ball's up. Handled by the Lady Eagles. Back to David. David's going to push this one long, and that'll make it 7-2. There's two Beltrans, Kimber Beltran and Coda Beltran playing for Arteisa. As number 3, Destiny Johnson serves. Johnson sends it in the back half, handled by Lynch to Strickland. Back to Lynch. She's going to push over. And it's going to be well-timed push over. It's going to be touched at the net, but falls in. And the Lady Eagles pick up another point. That puts Strickland back to serve. Onto the court for the Lady Eagles comes Segovia. Here's Strickland. Steps up, spins, fires it over with the right hand. Close to the line, dug out by Arteisa. Arteisa sets it back for Beltran into the net. As Coda Beltran tries to handle it on the run. And that's another point for the Lady Eagles, making it 9-2. Strickland back there again, ready to go. Throws it up, right hands it over. This one's dug out by Beltran. On the run, here comes Arteisa. They're just going to have to push over. Dug out by Gutierrez, but nobody gets to the net. And that one's going to fall harmlessly to the floor for a point for Arteisa. 9-3, Lady Eagles with a 6-point lead. Arteisa back up, fires it over the other Beltran, Kimber Beltran. Right hands it over, dug out. Beltran, backside for Argo. This one's going to miss the line, and Hobbs picks up the point. 10-3, Lady Eagles here. Substitution on the floor as McKaylee Clay comes in to do the serving duty. Clay on the back line. She toes it. Spins it up to the left hand. Steps up. Fires it over with the right hand. That one drops in nicely. Controlled by Arteisa. Back set. Gutierrez digs it out. Strickland tries to set it up. Segovia sends it over. Arteisa on the run. They put it back to the net. Punched over by Lady Eagles. Pushed over by Beltran again. Gutierrez. Gutierrez up for Segovia. Segovia hammers it down. A big hit by Segovia, and the Lady Eagles make it 11-3. Dominant first quarter so far. Here's Clay. Clay steps up with one toe to the left hand, throws it, fires it. Off the back line a little bit long, and that'll be a point for Artesia on the serve. Substitution is they're going to go ahead and bring Zayla Mitchell back into the game. True freshman. Here's the serve from Harrison. Mitchell digs it out. Gutierrez. Gutierrez sets it up backside. Blocked as Lentz goes up. And tries to push it over. Artesia was waiting on that one. 11-5. Lady Eagles lead. Harrison back on the line. Hattie Harrison, sophomore middle hitter. Harrison pushes over. And Strickland was trying to hit that a little tight. That was falling in. It may have been close, but she tried to punch it on the hands on a swing, and that one goes into the wall. 11-6 now. Artesia climbing back into it. Harrison again. Right hands it over. Dug out by Mitchell. Set by Gutierrez. Gutierrez comes near side for Souter. And Souter's going to put it into the net, making it 11-7. So Artesia battling back here. Here's Harrison to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to handle it. Gutierrez sets it up. It's going to go to Segovia. Segovia pushes it over. Backside Argo. Argo sends it over. Dug out by Gutierrez. Segovia. Another hammer. Strickland runs it down. Set again. Short up for Souter. Souter's going to push it over. Mishandled by Harrison in the back. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. It's 12-7. Madeline Lentz serving for the Lady Eagles. Lentz steps up, pushes it over. And that was really close to the back line, but just a touch far. And that'll be a point for Artesia. 12-8, 4-point lead for Hobbs here in the first. Artesia to serve. Sends it into the net. And Lady Eagles pick up another point here. On the back line, here sits Segovia. Segovia steps into it. Sends it over, and that one's right on the line. Oh my, it looks like if they're calling it out, that'll be a point for Artesia. I thought that was in from my standpoint, but I certainly could be wrong. I've been before. Serve from Argo. Dug out by Lentz. Pushed over by David at the net. Check that was Gutierrez. Gutierrez now setting up David. David blocked, but she pushes it back over with some quick hands. Artesia controls. Back half attack, and they're going to try to push it to the back line. Nobody there, but the ball sails harmlessly to the ground out of bounds. Point for Lady Eagles. It's 14-9. Back into the game for the Lady Eagles is Vanessa Esparza, senior middle blocker. Souter's serve. Artesia has trouble handling it. And that'll be a service winner for Souter. And it's 15-9. Crowd was really into it early. Now it's kind of quieting down here. Souter's second opportunity floats over, handled by Artesia. Sets it up on the backside. Attack from Kimber Beltran. And that'll be a point for Artesia. Coda Beltran now serving. Coda Beltran's serve is going to be at the heels of Souter. You can't quite get all of it. She's going to set it up But it's going to be set up for Arteisa on the other side as they're waiting at the net for it. 15-11 Arteisa. Big serve there for Beltran. Beltran's second opportunity floats over. This one sails long, and that's a freebie right there, 16-11 from the Eagles. Sanahi Gutierrez, she was the one serving when we had the big run earlier. Back on the line, toes it and fires. Handled cleanly by Arteisa, but it goes over the net. Now Artesia's just trying to play it. Hobbs gets a set, and Lynch tries to push it over from the back half, and it catches the pole. That's a point for Artesia. 16-12, Lady Eagles lead. Here's the serve, lefty serve from number 3, Destiny Johnson. Here's Jayla David on the backside with a big hit, controlled by Artesia. Artesia on the counterattack sends it long as Kenna Morrison tries to hit it from the near side, and it sails out of bounds. Carmen Harvey, she's a sophomore defensive specialist coming into the game. Here's Strickland. Strickland sets up, fires it with the right hand. Dug out by Beltran. It's set, backside. It's going to be blocked at the net as Sparza and Lentz go up. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. Here's Strickland again. She dances forward, fires it over. Artesia digs it out, set at the net. Pushed down by Harrison, dug out by Gutierrez. Near side of Sparza, she puts it over. Check that was Segovia. Pushed up at the net, dug out by Gutierrez. Here's the set near side, pushed over Segovia. Locked at the net, Sparza's there. And the Lady Eagles pick up another point, 19-12. And every time they get a block at the net, we hear the oohs and ahs from the student section. Strickland back at it, fires it with the right hand. And that one's going to be to the student section. 19-13 your score. Here's Artesia with the counter serve. Dug out by Strickland on the run as Gutierrez pushed over, or attempted to be pushed over as Segovia, but she couldn't quite get there. 19-14 your score and the point to Artesia. Artesia back at it. Dug out back line by Souter. Here's a big hit from Segovia. Back, here comes the counter. Tipped at the line by Lentz and Esparza, but nobody's there to dig it out. That's a point for Artesia. It's 19-15. Still serving for Artesia, Kimber Beltran. Beltran puts it into the net, making it 20-15. Lady Eagles up by 5 here, and they're bringing in Clay to do the serving duties. Going to the bench is Vanessa Esparza. Here's Clay. Clay fires it over, a lot of power. Handled by Artesia. Artesia. Strickland runs it down. Here it comes on the second hit, back to the line, pushed over by Souter. Artesia again with a big hit. Dug out again by the Lady Eagles. Here comes Segovia. Artesia controls, backside. The attack tipped at the net. Strickland's there. They're going to say somebody touched the net, and that'll be a point for Artesia. Substitution as Clay's basically doing a serving specialist. She serves and then sits in favor of Zayla Mitchell. Here's the serve. Mitchell has to handle it with 2 hands up high. Somehow Hobbs gets it over. Artesia on the counterattack, blocked at the net. It's a fair ball up there. Strickland goes down. That one's going to go to Artesia. But my gosh, how did they get that other one out of there? That was some savory defense there for the Lady Eagles. Somebody shake the packet and put it in the ramen noodles. Serve is long as that one's pushed to the far line, and that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. They're up 21-17. Here comes Lentz. Lentz steps it up to the right hand and fires it down. Arteisa on the counterattack. The ball's up. Strickland runs it down. It needs to go over. Segovia does it. Hits the net. This one's down, and Segovia was just trying to find some way to get over the net, but the angle was so strange coming over. Arteisa couldn't handle it, and it's 22-17 Lady Eagles. Here's Lentz again. Fires it over with the right hand, out of bounds, and that'll go to Arteisa. 22-18 your score. Here's Kenna Morrison serving. Handled by Mitchell. Lentz pushes it over to Segovia with a big hammer. Arteisa digs it out, pushes it over. Mitchell's there again. Attacked twice at the net, bounces around. Arteisa has it. Hits on the back line, dug out by Strickland. Here's Lentz on the run, going to Segovia. Segovia has to push it over. Arteisa back half, left-handed hit at the net. Gutierrez to Souter. Souter springs it on the feint. And that was going to end up being between Strickland and Mitchell. And that'll be a point for Arteisa. It's 22-19. Morrison to serve again. This one hits the net. Segovia digs. Lentz pushes it up for Souter. Souter has it blocked. Arteisa has to push it over to the third hit. Here's Strickland. Strickland, Lentz. Lentz has the Souter again. Souter trying to cross court on it. Dug out by Strickland. Back over to Segovia with the big hit on the line. 23-19. Here's Segovia on the backside serving. Serves it into the net here. 23-20 your score. Hobbs 2 points away from taking game one. Serve from Argo. Handled, pushed up. Here's David. David couldn't quite get high enough for that one. 23-21. Arteisa clawing back their way into this. Pushes it up. Mitchell digs out onto the Arteisa half. They spike, and Mitchell tries to handle that. And it's now down to one. Timeout on the floor. Coach Williams wants to talk about it. We'll be back in just a minute on the YouTube Hobbs Lady Eagles Network. Arteisa to serve, dug out. Here's Gutierrez. David hammers it. Arteisa runs it down. Arteisa on the counter. Backside hit. Strickland there. Here's Lentz to Souter. Souter pushes it in. And that puts the Lady Eagles only 1 point away. (24-22). Here's the serve from Souter. Arteisa backs off it. Looks like it's wise to do that. That one's out of bounds, and now it's 24-23. Arteisa serves. One of their best servers, Coda Beltran, steps in. Beltran fires it over. dug out. Here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes to David. David puts it on the back line. It's out of bounds, and we're tied up at 24. Beltran back to serve. Was once a 7-point lead, is now gone. Beltran served, handled, but it's going to be handled out to the stands. And now Arteisa takes a 1-point lead. Coach Williams wants another timeout. We'll be back in another minute on the Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Welcome back, 25-24. Lady Bulldogs with a 1-point lead on your Lady Eagles. Here's the serve from Beltran. It's going to be handled by Strickland. They're having to run it down. Lentz is on the roll. They got to send it over from the back half, and this one's going to fall short, and that'll give the point to Artesia. And game one, 26-24. And we'll be back after 1 minute for game two between your Lady Bulldogs and Lady Eagles. Well, welcome back. Artesia wins game one, 26-24. And so Lady Eagles trailing down one game here, and here comes Segovia to serve. Brasilia Segovia steps in with the right hand and gets us started. Good serve to the back half. Artesia handles. Backside spike dug out by Clay. A lot of action at the net. Souter pushes it over. Artesia controls. Here's Clay. To Gutierrez, pushed over by Souter. Backside attack. Here comes Argo. Dug out by Mitchell. Cross court. Attack from David. David slams it down. Jayla David with a kill on a nice set from Gutierrez. It's 1-0 Lady Eagles. Here's Segovia's second offer. Steps in and pushes it over with the right hand. Beautiful serve. That is an ace for the Lady Eagles. As that one drops to the heels of the Bulldogs. It's kind of funny telling a dog to heel, I guess. But that's kind of what that serve did right there. Segovia's third offering, up 2-0 here in the second game. That one drops in. And the same thing. It drops in on number 5, Kenna Morrison, and Morrison can't get down quick enough to get to it. Beautiful serving here from Segovia. 3-0 Lady Eagles with 2 aces here in this serving set. Right hands it over. Morrison gets that one. Here's the attack, blocked at the net, controlled by Arteisa. They're having trouble. They have to push it over. Dug out, Lady Eagles. Mitchell sends it over, and it's going to be knocked into the net by David. And that'll be a point for Artesia. (3-1). Hobbs leads over Artesia. Here's the serve, handled by Clay. Clay near side. David attacks. Backside. Blocked at the net. Lady Eagles, good job there. As Souter and David combine to get a block at the net. 4-1. Hobbs leads Artesia, and Souter will take over serving duties. Hobbs 4, Artesia 1. Here comes Souter's offering. Morrison there. Set up by Argo. Blocked at the net. Artesia digs it out. Comes near side. Clay sets up to Gutierrez. She's going to push it to David. David goes into the net. And that'll be an Artesia point. It's 4-2. Here's Beltran serving from the back line. Beltran right hands it over, and it's going to be far away from the line. A point for the Lady Eagles. It's 5-2. Substitution on the floor. As Lady Eagles getting some more people into the game. I'm trying to get that number here in a minute here. Serves over, handled by Artesia. Pushed down, dug out by Gutierrez. Here's Strickland. Strickland to David. David on the run, pushes it over into Artesia's half. Artesia counters. Here comes the spike. Dug out right there by number 8. That is Souter. But they're going to say she cupped the ball, and that'll be 5-3 as Artesia gets the point. Here is the serve coming from Destiny Johnson into the net. Point for the Lady Eagles at 6-3. Strickland to serve, standing on the baseline basketball court. Steps up, fires it with the right hand. Artesia controls, attacks at the net. Strickland goes and dives for it. She's able to get a paw on it, but can't quite get it back to her teammates. 6-4, Lady Eagles lead. On the court for the Lady Eagles, that's Brianna Dunlap. Here's the attack. Segovia digs it out at the net. Sparza goes and saves that one real close to the net as they push it over. Attack from Argo. Strickland handles it. Backside, pushed over by the Lady Eagles. Artesia on the floor. They get this one up in the air. Backside hit from Beltran, and she can't get it over. Lady Eagles up 7-4. Tell you what, that hit that Strickland dug out, I think there was flames on that volleyball. They hit that thing so hard. Strickland looked like it displaced her about 2 feet making that dig. Timeout on the floor. Coaches want to talk things over. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Welcome back. 7-4 your scores. Ayla Mitchell doing the serving duties for the Lady Eagles. She steps back on the line with the right hand, steps up, jump serves it over. This one falls in. They're going to say this one was just off the outside line, and that'll be a point for the Bulldogs. It's now 7-5. Bulldogs getting ready to serve. Stepping to the line is Hattie Harrison. She's a sophomore middle hitter. Harrison steps up, right hands it over, dug out by Mitchell. On the run, here comes Gutierrez. She saves it over to Souter. Souter pushes it into the Arteisa half. Eight to 5, Hobbs leads Arteisa here. As Clay comes in to do some serving duties, and Dunlap will take a seat. Clay steps up, fires it with the right hand, dug out by Arteisa. On the run, Artesia's Harvey sends it over, but she sends it long, and Hobbs picks up another point. It's 9-5. Hobbs had a big lead in the first game. Was unable to sustain that lead, losing 26-24 in the first game. Clay back in. Steps back up for another serve. This one's hammered off the back line. Point for Arteisa. 9-6 your score here. Lady Eagles lead. Here's the serve from Arteisa. Dips down, hits the net. And threw the Lady Eagles off. This one falls for an ace. It's 9-7. Back up is Kenna Morrison. Her next offering is going to be handled by Mitchell. Segovia at the net, pushed down by Souter. That's a point for the Lady Eagles as Souter gets the kill. It's 10-7. Lady Eagles up by 3. Stepping in to serve is Esparza. Check that. That's Segovia. Handled at the line. Backside attack. Blocked at the net. Souter and Gutierrez there. Nice block for the Lady Eagles. It's 11-7. Segovia back on the line again. Right hands it over. Controlled by Arteisa on the attack. Ran out by Mitchell. Backside. Segovia pushes over from the back line. Arteisa attacks. Dug out. Souter pushes it up. Clay pushes it back into Souter's hands. She sends it over. Arteisa outside hitter. Takes it down. Clay digs it. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell Segovia. She's going to send it to the back line. Arteisa back to the setter. She's going to attack outside hitter. Has it blocked. Waiting on it was Jayla David. Jayla, excuse me, that's Sarahi Gutierrez. I apologize. Sarahi Gutierrez. 12-7. Lady Eagles up by 5. Segovia again. This one into the net. 12-8 now the score. Arteisa to serve, trailing by 4. Ball's over, handled by Clay. Clay to Gutierrez, who pushes it over on a feint. Near side touch, nice feint. Gutierrez handles. Here's Arteisa on the backside hit. Beltran, Clay has it. Gutierrez back to David. David with a big hit. David with the points. Jayla David puts the Lady Eagles up 13-8. Back to serve is Souter. Souter off the back line misses. And it's 13-9. Beltran doing the serving duties here. Steps up, fires it with the right hand. Strickland handles, ran down by Souter. Strickland has to send it over and does so. Lady Eagles live to see another day. Blocked at the net. Arteisa has it on their side. Now they have to push it over. Here's Gutierrez to Strickland. Strickland to David. David with the right hand feint. Ran down by Arteisa. Outside hitters on it. This one's going to be long. Lady Eagles win the point on a rally. 14-9, Lady Eagles are leading. Here comes Dunlap back into the game as Clay sets. I think the Lady Eagles have another injury as Lentz is, looks like she's got her knee iced over there. Gutierrez with the right hand. And she's going to miss the outside line. This is going to be a rare time that we see Gutierrez miss one on the serve. She's usually missed consistent. 14-10. Arteisa trailing by 4. Lady Eagles lead. At the line, here's the attack. Dug out by the libero. That is Strickland. Here's the attack from Dunlap. Pushed over. At the line, backside hit. Dunlap gets it again. This side to David. David attacks. Blocks Strickland. Gutierrez to David. David with the big hit. Misses the back line. 14-11. And the injury bug's really hurting the Lady Eagles here. They've got 3 not suited out today and 1 with ice on her leg that did suit out. Strickland digs out the serve, and they're going to make an error on the pass there. Arteisa gets a point. It's now 14-12. Destiny Johnson serving for Arteisa. That one's going to be long. Lady Eagles pick up the point, now 15-12. Strickland to serve. Strickland right hands it over. Arteisa digs. Back set. Here's Beltran. Beltran dug out by Strickland. Set up on the run. Souter on the back line. Here comes Arteisa on the counter. Underneath. Gets hit is here. They're going to say one of the Arteisa players got into the net, and Lady Eagles get a point. 16-12, your score. Here's Strickland's serve. Arteisa handles, has it blocked at the net, but they're still on it. Here's Segovia to Strickland. Strickland's going to have Souter hit it from the back line, and it's going to be blocked. Arteisa waiting on that one. 16-13, your score. Hobbs leads. Serves on the Hobbs side, pushed underneath. Gutierrez has a passing error there. Arteisa's cut the lead to 16-14. Here's the attack. Into the net. On the serve, it's 17-14. Zayla Mitchell, the freshman, doing the serving duties here. Fires it over. Arteisa handles. Backside attack into the net. Lady Eagles with the point, and Mitchell gets to continue. Mitchell to serve again. Kind of shuffles her location a little bit. Again with the jump serve. This one's over. Arteisa controls. Here's Beltran. Beltran dug out by Gutierrez. Strickland goes to Mitchell. Mitchell hits it from the back half. Spiked down, controlled by Arteisa. Blocked at the net as Souter and Dunlap are waiting on it. And the Lady Eagles with a block. That's 19-14. Mitchell. Third serve from her. This one's in the back half, controlled by Harvey. Set up. Beltran has to push over. Here's Gutierrez. Strickland at the net. This is going to be a hard one to handle. Nobody can handle it. And that cuts it to 19-15. Here's Morrison. Excuse me, that's Harrison. Souter on the attack. Has it blocked. Dug out by Gutierrez. Strickland to Segovia. Segovia pushes it hard over. Segovia gets the dig. Souter pushes it down. She finds out where they're not, and she puts it there. 20-15, Lady Eagles lead game 2. Timeout on the floor. They want to talk things over. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Welcome back. 20-15 the score. Lady Eagles have Clay serving here, trying to win game 2. Ball's going to hit the net and fall over. We'll take that as an ace. It's 21-15. Clay back at the line, fires it over. This one's going to be off the back line. 21-16. Kind of where we were last time with Arteisa. We're up this amount. Lady Eagles trying to figure out how to finish them off this time. Serving for Arteisa is Kenna Morrison. Dug out by Mitchell. Here's Strickland. Pushed over by Souter. Short set. Spikes it to the back line. Destiny Johnson, the big hit. It's 21-17. Morrison to serve again. Mitchell passes, gets hit by Segovia. Got the line. David has it. And it's going to be tipped off of an Arteisa player. That's a point for the Lady Eagles. 22-17. Segovia to serve for the Lady Eagles. Segovia steps up, 2 steps, fires. Backside hit Arteisa. Dug out by Clay. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell to Segovia. At the net. Pushed over by David. David spikes it again, this time blocked. And Arteisa ends up coming up with it. 22-18 your score, 4-point lead for the Lady Eagles. They just need 3 more to finish them off this game. Arteisa won game 1, 26-24. Arteisa's next offering, Clay handles into the rafters. Strickland to David. David tries to get it at the net. It's going to bounce off the top of the net. She's trying to hit it on a very strange angle. She's backing up almost to the bench to hit that one. 22-19 your score. Serve into the net. Hobbs with the point and a chance to serve. 23-19. Here's Souter. Sparza returns. Zayla Mitchell is set. Here's Souter's right hand offering. Arteisa on the run. Long set. Outside hitter. Blocked. Arteisa control. Sends it to the back line. Strickland. Gutierrez for David. David with a big hit on the line. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. They're 1 point away. 24-19 here. Here's a serve from Souter. That one's going to be long. Arteisa breathes new life. They're trailing by 4, 24-20. Service handled. At the net, tipped down. Lady Eagles get the point and the game. They win that one 25-20. They've split. We're going to go to game 3. Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network on YouTube.com. welcome back to Game 3. Both teams have taken one game. And here's Arteisa to get it underway. Dig out by Clay. On the run, back set to Souter. Handled at the net. And that's going to be dropped by Arteisa. 1 point for Lady Eagles. 1-0 your score. Sparza onto the court for the Lady Eagles. Here's Souter to serve. Souter on the back line. This one's long, and Arteisa gets the point. Game tied at 1-1 here. The overall game and the in-game. Arteisa serves. Strickland handles. Gets hit as David blocked at the net. Arteisa controls. Backside hit. And they're going to drop it over, but it's going to end up being a point for the Lady Eagles as it hits the little pole up there and deflects onto the court. Dunlap onto the floor as Clay sits. Here's Gutierrez to serve. Dugout on the run. Arteisa on the attack. Strickland digs. Gutierrez, backside attack. Here's David, blocked. But blocked out of bounds. And that'll be a kill for Jayla David. And it's 3-1 Lady Eagles. Gutierrez will serve for the Lady Eagles. Right hands it up, and this one's over. On the run, Arteisa, Beltran. Dug out by Gutierrez. Strickland sets it. David ends up putting it below the net. That'll be a point for Arteisa. It's 3-2. Here's the attack. On the run. There's going to be 4 hits for the Lady Eagles on that as they couldn't quite get it over. And Arteisa gets another point, making it 3-3 here in Game 3. Arteisa on the serve. That one's going to be long. It's out of bounds. (4-3) the Hobbs Lady Eagles are up. Strickland to serve. Strickland ends up hitting one of her own players on that one. Didn't quite get there. 4-4 the score. Arteisa serves it over. Hobbs digs it out. On the run, gets hit as back to Segovia. Handled by Arteisa. But not handled well as the attempt to pass it up for the setter, and nobody's there. (5-4) Hobbs over Arteisa. Mitchell serve. Harvey handles. This one's 4 rows up into the stand. That's a service ace for Zayla Mitchell. Mitchell with a 6-4 lead. Service is out of bounds. That'll cut the lead to 6-5, and the ball will go over Arteisa. Arteisa with the serve. Strickland there. On the run, here's a Segovia. Segovia's hits long. Arteisa gets the point. Crowd starting to get into it. Arteisa serve is going to be long. Lady Eagles pick up the point and will retain possession. Clay will come in to serve as Dunlap goes to the bench. Clay's first opportunity in game 3. Fires it over. This one dug out by Harvey. On the run. Slammed down. Blocked at the net. Be a point for Arteisa. Seven your score. Tag down. Here's Mitchell. It's going to be pushed over by Gutierrez. Arteisa sets high. They're going to have to go over. Bump down. Slam, but handled. Backside attack. Clay's there. And Gutierrez attempts to push it over, but goes into the net. Arteisa up 8-7 here. Game 2. Service into the net. Ties it up 8-8. Back on the back line to serve is Segovia. I think Lentz is done. I see her with an even bigger ice bag now, kind of limping around. Segovia goes into the net and it falls out of bounds. That's a point for Artesia. Here's the attack. Spike down. Jayla David comes up on the Artesia bump. David's there, and she spikes it down with authority. 9-9. She's trying to dent the floor with that one. Artesia on the control. Here comes the counterattack. Here's Strickland. Comes to David. David pushes it back half. Controlled by Artesia. Strickland with a big dig. Near side, David. David with the hit. It's a kill. And the Lady Eagles go up 10-9. Service from Souter. On the back line, Souter has it bumped by Artesia, but they're going to send it across long. Lady Eagles point. Souter's opportunity to sit deep. Handled. Artesia's going to push that one down. It'll be out of bounds, and it's now 12-9 Lady Eagles. Souter again from the back line, getting a rally going here. Artesia sends to Beltran. That one's going to be hard off the hands of Clay. She's not able to handle it. Artesia will flip the court. And we're starting to hear lots of chants. Here's Beltran. Beltran with a service ace as the student section was trying to get into her head a little bit. Beltran again pushes it over. Souter digs it. David goes into the net. Now we're tied up at 12 apiece. I'm trying to hear what they're saying. They're chanting something at the server, but Beltran puts it into the net. Lady Eagles to serve. Let's get Gutierrez back there. Gutierrez. Artesia mishandles it as Argo can't quite get it over. Charity Argo with the error on there, giving it a service winner for Gutierrez. Here's the service. Backside hit. It's going to be a point for Lady Eagles. They're going to cup it, and Artesia's starting to struggle here as the crowd's getting into it. Gutierrez with a 15-12 lead. Back to the back line. Artesia's going to bump it out of bounds. I'm trying to understand what the crowd's saying to her. Here comes Gutierrez. Dug out Arteisa. Arteisa on the attack. They're going to have to bump it over. Strickland's there. And that one's going to be onto the Artesia half. Going to be put down by by Beltran, and Beltran gets the point. They're saying something to the server. Server's going to send it over, handled by Strickland. Tipped at the net. Dug out by Gutierrez. On the attack, backside, Strickland's there. Here's a big hit by Jayla David sending it over. Gutierrez back to Esparza, and Esparza with a kill. 17-13, Lady Eagles. Substitution. Strickland to serve. Here's the attack. It's going to be sent back to the Hobbs side. Strickland's going to set it up. Here's Segovia. Segovia with a big hit. 18-13, Lady Eagles up. They do the wave in the stands. It's nice to see some fans getting into this game. Strickland to continue to serve with a 5-point lead here in this third game. Ball's up. Back hit to Beltran, who sends it over. Here's Gutierrez. And into the net as Segovia tries to hammer one. Can't quite get there. 18-14 your score. Near side. Gutierrez sends it over Segovia. Nice feint. Nobody's there. Good touch from Segovia and a point for the Lady Eagles. Here's Mitchell. Nice serve from Mitchell. 19-14 with a 5-point lead. Here's Artesia. Backline hit. They're going to call that one out. Actually, the judge is going to overrule it and say it's in. Sounds like they're saying Jayla David now. 19-15, 4-point lead for Hobbs. Here's the service. Lady Eagles on the attack. Here's Segovia with a touch. Artesia's there, but nobody follows up the second hit. Lady Eagles up 5 here in game 3. Clay will come onto the court to do the serving duties. Stepping up, here's Clay. Clay puts it down on the line. And they're going to say that one hits the line. That's a point for the Lady Eagles on the service ace. (21-15) Lady Eagles lead. Service ace by Clay. Another one. 22-15 Lady Eagles. Up 7 here in the third, taking control of the game. Lady Eagles with a big serve. Artesia on the run. They just have to punch it over. Hobbs on the counter. Here comes Segovia with a big hit. It's in. 23-15. Artesia probably needs a timeout here. Let's see what the coach does. 23-15, Lady Eagles up. Clay continuing to serve. They've got control of game 3. Big serve handled by Harvey. Clay ends up trying to save it as they push it over. That'll be a point for Artesia and possession will change. Harvey will come out. Onto the floor is Destiny Johnson. Here's the service. Big serve as Mitchell tries to handle. Strickland runs it down. Pushed over. Lady Eagles just playing defense here. Attack from Arteisa. Strickland digs. Now on the attack. Here comes Hobbs. Souter. Arteisa controls. Backside hit on the run. This one's going to be long. And they're going to say it's tipped at the net, and that'll be a point for Arteisa. And that's a strange one that the line judge from the backside away from the play, the student told the referee in the thing that somebody touched it. But honest kid, 23-17. Here's the attack. Souter into the rafters. Artesia on defense here. Here's the attack from Beltran. It's way long. And Hobbs is 1 point away from taking the third game. Lady Eagles on the attack here. Here comes Segovia's serve. This one drops in nicely. Here's Artesia on the defense. They feint, and that one ends up getting tipped up. And that'll be a point for Artesia. Artesia on the attack. The serve's over. At the net, Gutierrez ends up having it blocked. Artesia trying to make a run here. Hobbs just needs one. 6-1 Artesia Bulldogs and the 4-6 Hobbs Eagles. 24-19. Here's the serve. Mitchell digs out. Gutierrez to David. That's the one you want hitting it, and David puts it in there for a kill. 25-19. Game 3. The Lady Eagles win that one to go up 2-1 here. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Listen to Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Welcome back. We're in game 4. Hobbs with the 2-1 lead in game score. Hobbs starts the serving to begin the game. This one goes into the net in the first serve, and that'll be Artesia's point. Arteisa to counter here as Kenna Morrison steps in with the right hand. She's going to send this to the back half, controlled by Gutierrez here to David. David with the hammer. It's out of bounds. Artesia 2, Hobbs nothing, game 4. Morrison, handled by Clay. Strickland sets it up. Here's Zayla Mitchell. Mitchell sends it long, and that'll be 3-0 Artesia. 2-1 game score. Hobbs leading. Starting to trail 3-0 here. Mitchell handles at the net. Gutierrez pushes it down. Gutierrez with a feint point. 3-1 now, and Lady Eagles get the ball back. Hannah Souter has the pelota. She's standing on the baseline of the basketball court. Steps up, fires, and handled by Artesia. Artesia in the back half. They're going to drop a feint right in the middle of the defense. That'll be a point for Artesia. 4-1 your score. Artesia leads here in game 4. And here's Coda Beltran. Beltran sends it past the back line. She misses. Hobbs gets the point. It's 4-2. Student section, which was real vocal the last time she served, didn't say much this time. Here's Gutierrez to serve for the Lady Eagles. Right hands it over. On the run, Artesia. Blocked at the net, but not blocked enough as it comes falling over onto the Hobbs side, 5-2. Coach Williams is coaching very, very, very strongly right now, trying to get them in position here. Here's Harvey's serve. Strickland controls. Here's Gutierrez to David. David sends it long. She's up 6-2. Artesia, Harvey. Long serve, 6-3. Lady Eagles get it back. Lady Eagles on the serve. Here comes Strickland. Into the net it goes. 7-3 Artesia. Artesia back at it. Controlled by Souter. Pushed up Segovia. Strickland back to Gutierrez. Here comes Segovia again. Artesia counters. Blocked as Argo goes up, but blocked out of bounds. Artesia gets the point. It's 8-3. Artesia won the first one 26-24 after trailing by 5 or 6. Hobbs wins the second one 25-20 and third 25-19. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to the Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Back to action here. Artesia up 8-3 here in game 4. And serving. Serves over. It's off the back line and they miss. Point for the Lady Eagles. It's 8-4. Zayla Mitchell to do the serving duties for the Lady Eagles. She's on the back line. Mitchell steps, fires, handled by Artesia. Back over. And it's going to be off of Gutierrez's hand. Strickland tries to run it down. She's on the horse but can't get there. 9-4. Arteisa leads game 4. Arteisa to serve. Here comes Hattie Harrison. Harrison's serve handled by Mitchell. Put up by Gutierrez. Souter on the run. This one's in the back line. Arteisa has to push it over. Hobbs gets a spike at the net from Souter. Arteisa on the run here. Into the net it goes. Point for the Lady Eagles, now trailing by 4. It's 9-5, and they get to serve as Clay steps back to do the duties. Clay steps in there. Serves over and handled. Back set. And that's going to be right between the defenders, and the Lady Eagles give up a point. Arteisa leads. Arteisa serves. Harvey drops it in there. Mitchell with a nice dig. Gutierrez can't handle at the net. And that's 11-5 Arteisa. Arteisa sends that one into the net, 11-6. Jayla David returns. Dunlap will sit. Check that. Strickland sits. Segovia to serve. Segovia. Service ace with a big one. Right hands it into the box. 11-7. Artesia now leads. Hobbs clawing its way back into this one. Second serve. Handled by Artesia at the net. Short set by Artesia. That one doesn't get up high enough. They can't get it over. It's 11-8. Hobbs within 3. Coming back here in the fourth. This one's over at the net. Some action blocked down by Gutierrez. And onto the Artesia side. It's 11-9. Now it's a 2-point ball game. Here's Segovia's offering. Artesia on the run. They can't handle it. It's out of bounds. Hobbs pulls within 1. The tide has changed. Time out on the floor. Artesia needs to get things together. We'll be back in 1 minute. Listen to Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Welcome back, 11-10. Artesia leads game 4. Hobbs trying to catch back up and finish his game off. Service from Segovia is just long. It's 12-10. Artesia with a 2-point lead. Clay handles. Here's Gutierrez. Sits it up for David. David pushes it down, and this one's going to play pinball. It'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. Back within 1. It's 11-12. Sparza comes in. Mitchell will sit. Here's Souter's offering. At the net, dug out by Gutierrez. They're going to say that Arteisa got into the net. It's a point for Hobbs. No, they're going to say Hobbs got into the net. Hold on, they're figuring this one out. Discussion on the floor. They may not know the right call here, but they did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Some discussion. This one might be 2 thumbs up. We just replay the point. Of course, nobody's happy with that. That's just a gimme. Somebody deserves a point there. Long discussion for trying to figure out who got into the net. And sure enough, let's see what they do here. They walk back over, give the point to the Lady Eagles. So the score is now 12-12. Lady Eagles have clawed their way back to even it up here. Souter steps up, fires toward the back line, controlled by Arteisa. A feint on the floor, and that's going to be right in the middle of the defense. Arteisa picks up the point. It's 13-12. Here's the service off the back line. Beltran shaking her head. She didn't even join the circle as they're trying to rally. Hobbs ties it back up at 13. Here's the service. Arteisa at the net. They're pushing over. Clay digs it out. Strickland back sets it for David. David on the attack. Arteisa on the run. They have to bump it over. They can't get it over. And Hobbs takes the lead. It's 14-13 here in Game 4. Gutierrez steps in. Hobbs trying to extend this lead. Gutierrez's serve. Back to the back line. Arteisa running again. Here's Beltran into the net. And I tell you what, Clay made a big dive for it, trying to get in under it, as it hits the net and falls down, but Arteisa ends up at the point. Carmen Harvey back onto the floor to do serving for Arteisa. Right hand puts it over. Hobbs digs out. Here's Strickland. Back to Clay. Clay with a big hit. Attack from the back line into the corner. It goes. Nobody can get there. And it's 15-14 Arteisa. We have ourselves a closely fought contest tonight. Arteisa to attack. Here's the serve from Harvey. Strickland gets under it, digs it out. Put over by Souter. Arteisa. Arteisa feints it into the middle. Hobbs controls. Here's the hit from David. Arteisa now on the run. They're going to put it in the back half. Saved by Gutierrez. Here's Strickland. Strickland to Esparza. Esparza gets a big hit. It's tied again, 15-15. Back and forth game here tonight. Strickland standing on the baseline. Strickland has a nice serve. Argo deals with it. Here's Beltran. Lady Eagles dig it out. Attack from the back half, Souter. It's at the line. Arteisa has to send it over. Here's Strickland to Gutierrez. Gutierrez big set for Segovia. Segovia puts it down onto the carpet. She got rug burns going for it, but she couldn't save it, and Hobbs is up 16-15. Strickland with the right hand on the back half. She misses wide, and we're tied up at 16. Here's the counter serve coming over. Put over. Arteisia's trying to deal with it, and they were a little bit out of position there. That'll be a Hobbs point. They flip the court again. 17-16, Hobbs leads. Zayla Mitchell coming in to punch the ball over for the Lady Eagles. Game 4, I hadn't heard the student section much. Here's Mitchell. Into the net it goes. And we're tied up again, 17. Arteisa to serve. Here's Hattie Harrison. Harrison, Mitchell, passes up to the net. We can't handle. That one's just a bit long. 18-17 Arteisa. Here's Harrison. Strickland, Gutierrez, Segovia into the rafters for Arteisa. Arteisa just bumps it over. Hobbs back on the attack. Strickland back to Gutierrez. Hannah Souter. Arteisa tries to feint it. Gutierrez is there. Strickland, they have to bump it over. Segovia does. Arteisa counterattacks. They go short. And they don't set it up quick enough. They set it up just a bit too high. And Arteisa loses the point. Hobbs gets it. It's 18-all. And Clay back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Clay right hands it over. This one's going to hit the net and fall. That'll be a service ace. It's 19-18. We're getting into the tail end of this game. Hobbs leads 2-1, trying to finish this thing off. Clay rolls it up, fires. This one's going to be long, and we're tied up again. $19-all. Here's Kenna Morrison serving for the Artesia Lady Dogs. The right hand underneath it comes the Lady Eagles. Gutierrez pushes it over. Then she spikes it to the back half. There ain't nobody there. She puts it right near the line. Not an Artesia Bulldog inside. It's 20-19. Lady Eagles trying to extend the lead here, up by 1. Service is over. Artesia's handling. Backside attack. This one spiked down. Mitchell's there. Back to the net. Blocked as Jayla David comes rolling up to the net. Artesia was waiting on her. And that's a tie game at 20 apiece. Strickland and Libero back on the court. Clay handles the serve. Here's Gutierrez. Back to David. David says nobody's blocking this one. As she hammers this one down. And the Lady Eagles are once again up 1, 21-20. Hannah Souter handling the serve. Souter's right hand. Artesia handles. Artesia, short set. There's Strickland. Gutierrez. Look for Souter. Souter plays it softly into the Artesia side. Here's a feint from Artesia. Clay's there at the net. Gutierrez. Clay digs it out. There's Souter. David goes over with it. Artesia on the attack. Short set. Pushed over. There's Strickland. Gutierrez. Here comes David. David off the back line. Just misses long. It is 21-all. Nip and tuck here at the Tasker. Here's Coda Beltran. Handled by Souter. Strickland. On the run's David. Beltran's there. Attack on the backside. Strickland gets it. Gutierrez to Esparza. Esparza hammers down. Attack from Artesia. Blocked at the net, into the net. Artesia gets the point. They now go up 22-21. Artesia with the serve. Beltran. And two Lady Eagles get tied up in there. Arteisa gets it. Timeout on the floor. We're back in 1 minute on the Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. (23-21), Artesia leads at a serve from Beltran. Handled by Strickland. Gutierrez to David. David off the net. Controlled by Artesia. Beltran sends it up on the attack. Backside into the net. Lady Eagles get the point, only trailing by 1 now. One of their most consistent servers, Sarahi Gutierrez, back their deal. Takes the hand, turns it away, and fires it over. Artesia struggles with handling it. That's a service winner. 23-23. At this point, whoever gets ahead by 2 wins the game 4. And for Hobbs, it would mean the match. Here's Artesia. Gutierrez under it. Strickland back serves Souter into the net. Artesia 1 point away here in game 4. (24-23). Artesia's trying to serve for game 4, and their fans are on their feet. Harvey, Strickland's under it. Here's Gutierrez to Esparza. Back set, hit wide, and Strickland can't quite get there. Artesia wins game 4. We split it up 2-2. We'll play to 15, folks. Game 5 underway shortly. Here we go, game 5. Both teams have 1-2, and the Lady Eagles will be attacking right to left. Here's Clay's opportunity. It's going to be dug out by the Bulldogs. Back set, pushed over. This one's on the back line. Strickland goes for it. She can get a paw on it, but it's going to fall onto the floor. That's a point for the Bulldogs. Here's Arteisa. Ran down by Mitchell. Pushed over by the Lady Eagles. Arteisa on attack. Backside hit dug out by Strickland. Goes over to Segovia. Right hands it. Back set. Going to be at the net. They're going to get somebody in the net. This will be a point for Artesia. They're up 2-0. We're only playing to 15 here in the 5th set. Artesia up 2-0. They are serving. Pushed over. Handled by the Lady Eagles. Here's Segovia on the attack. Misses the back line. And it now 3-0 Artesia. Morrison, once again, one dribble. This time she's going to step up and fire into the net. And that looked off from the get-go. It looked like she dropped it, but still kept coming forward on the attack and couldn't quite get the ball up there. 3-1, Lady Eagles trail, and here is Segovia to serve. Bree Segovia concentrates, 2 steps, pushes it over, and puts a good one in. Here's Artesia on the attack. Boy, they hit that one to the back line, and Zayla Mitchell got on her horse, tried to get there, but was unable to do so, and it's 4-1 Artesia. Again, Hobbs playing with several injured players today as that serve drops in. Mitchell's going to send it over. Artesia on the counter. Blocked at the net. Clay digs it up. Here's Gutierrez for David. David puts it to the back line. It's in. And that cuts the lead to 2. It's 4-2 Artesia. Sparza comes in. Mitchell take a seat. Mitchell, for a freshman, does a good job out there. Getting a lot of playing time. Here's Souter's serve. Artesia from the backside will attack. Dugout. Gutierrez to David. David pushes it in. Artesia digs. Artesia on the counter. Strickland gets there, but nobody can control it. It is now 5-2 Artesia. Timeout on the floor. Stacey Williams wants to talk things over. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball Network. Welcome back. It is 5-2 Artesia here in Game 5, the deciding game. Carmen Harvey to serve for Artesia. Right hands into the back half, controlled by Souter. On the run, here's Gutierrez. Strickland has to defensively play it. Artesia on the counter. Here's Harrison. Harrison right into the feet of Strickland. And Hobbs now trails 6-2 to Artesia. Up 4. And that one's going to be long on the serve. Harvey misses. Leads cut to 3, and Lady Eagles have Gutierrez doing the serving duties. We'll call her Captain Steady, because she is pretty solid in the serves. Gutierrez is offering, falls in. Arteisia's counter, blocked at the net. And this one ends up getting hit twice as the block comes down. They try to pop it up, and they can't do so. Arteisa gets it. It's now 7-3. Here's Beltran, Kimber Beltran's serve. Back sets for David. David right-hands it. Arteisa on the run. Argo has it blocked at the net as Esparza and Clay are there. It's a point for Hobbs. It's 7-4, and they're sticking in here, and Strickland goes back to do the serves. Standing on the baseline, Strickland eyes it up. Fires it over, and that one's going to be long. 8-4, Artesia. Here's Harrison. Harrison with the right hand. That one's going to be long. So tisk for that. Both teams missing with serves, and it's now a 3-point lead for Artesia. And Zayla Mitchell, the freshman's coming in. Mitchell, all through youth, been a clutch player. No doubt she's playing the varsity level here. Mitchell serves over. This one's into the net. And it's 9-5 Artesia. Kenna Morrison's serving. She's a junior. Morrison with the right hand. Strickland deals. Here's Gutierrez. Souter on the run. Cross court on it. Artesia fires it in. Gutierrez digs. Pushed over by Souter. Ran down by Beltran. Attack back half. Mitchell to Gutierrez. Here's Segovia on the line. Segovia hammers that in. Cuts that lead back down to 3. It's 9-6. And this is the point where Hobbs needs a run. We're in the game 5 here, down 3, 9-6. We're only playing to 15. Clay serving. This is the time they want to get that run going. Here's Clay's offering, and that's going to be into the net. Artesia 10, Hobbs 6. And here's Kenna Morrison. Check that. That is Charity Argo. Here comes a spike from Souter. Artesia digs it out. Beltran in the back half. She sends it into the net. Hobbs once again pulls within 3. And Segovia goes back to do the serving duties here. Segovia pushes it over. It's at the net. Artesia can't handle it. Now that lead's cut to 2. It's 8-10. Segovia's second offering. Trying to get a rally going. And that one goes into the net. 11-8 Artesia here in the 5th. Beltran. Clay handles. Back to David. David goes into the net with it. 12-8. Artesia timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching Hobbs Volleyball on the Hobbs Volleyball Network. Back into action. Artesia up 4, 12-8, and Beltran serves. Beltran right hands it over. off of one of the Lady Eagles, 13-8 here. They now lead by 5. Beltran serves again, spins and fires. This one floats off the net and into the middle of the defense. It is now 14-8. Here's Arteisa serving for the win. And that serve's going to be wide and long. Hobbs has a chance here. 14-9. They need a 6-point rally. Onto the floor is Esparza. Zayla Mitchell comes. Here's Souter. Floats it over. Artesia handles. Back step for Harrison. Off of a Lady Eagle, and that's it. Artesia wins game 5. 15-19, or 15-9. So Artesia ends up winning the game today, 26-24, 20-25, 25-19, 22-25. And then taking the last one, 15-9. Artesia improves to 7-1 on the season. Hobbs falls to 4-7, and Hobbs plays number 3 ranked Centennial on Thursday. We'll have that live here on the Hobbs Volleyball Network on YouTube.com. For Evie back at the station, and for John Allen here doing the filming and the scoreboard tonight, this is Coach Brian Coltrane. Good night.